now, and we're about to make simple, delicious muffin. Okay, this is mango muffin. That's what we're about to make. I have to just go and probably send a reminder to be sure that everybody knows that we are live. Currently, there is no light, but of course, we are baking today. We don't need light to achieve all we have to achieve. Just for you to, you know that we are ready for today. So we are making mango muffins once again, and I will take probably a few minutes to to go and inform my viewers that we are live, so that you know, and then we can begin in earnest without wasting time. So let's begin. First, I go to say we are live now, and then okay, so we are back and we are beginning straight away without wasting much time, because I want to make something very nice, very sharp, very smooth. So we'll just begin. Once again, welcome to Chanty's Kitchen. This is Uchanta, your favorite food blogger, and I'm just going to make a very fast one. I've been having a very, 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 very hectic day, but I said we have to do this, and this actually does not take time in case you want to make it. Every time I make cakes or muffins, people will be like, "Oh wow, how did you do this? How did you achieve it? How did you, arrive at this?" But I'm here to show you how we arrived at this using simple recipes. Today we are making mango muffins. I'll just show you the ingredients and then we can proceed. So you have, this is cane sugar, it's brown sugar. You can see the color. I always love to use it in my cakes. Okay, so the next we have um, this is raisin. Most people don't know that raisins are dried grapefruits. Okay, so this is raisins. I know you will never guess what I soaked it in. I actually soaked it in malt drink, about 3 hours ago. So we're going to be using it to make these mango muffins. And then we have eggs. We have eggs. I'm using two eggs. Two eggs, very simple. Okay, I can see someone is saying hi already. Hi, that's my cousin. How is Lagos? I hope Lagos is fine and well for you. Thank you for joining us always. Okay, so we have eggs. We are going to be using two eggs for this simple recipe. We have, of course, your flour. I'm using 2 cups of flour for this. Whenever I use 2 cups of flour, I'm going to be using two eggs. So if you're making cakes, I need you to know the ratio: 2 cups, two eggs for this regular cake, and probably a cup of sugar. Yes, you're surprised. That's what it is. I have here, this is grated nutmeg and grated cinnamon. Okay, grated nutmeg, grated cinnamon, and then we have baking soda, not baking powder. Okay, baking soda. Usually, when we are not making butter cake, you use this. It's usually faster. Okay, and then of course you have our mango. Mango is the star ingredient. We are making mango muffins. I'm using only one because it's 2 cups. So you're going to see how we are going to do this. We are not using mixer, we're not using blender, we are not using butter. And then you have vegetable oil. You can use any type of vegetable oil that you want. So if you've joined, I need you to let me know where you're watching this video from, because we are not done yet. We are not done yet. Oh my. I suffered a little mishap, but we'll just continue with what we have. Okay, so we have Greek yogurt. We have Greek yogurt, which I'll be using, and we also have a little bit of yogurt. It was more than this, it just spilled. I don't know what made it to spill, but it will not, it will not change anything. So I'm going to quickly, get all this out, and then we can begin. I'll just set them aside in such a way that we can now begin baking. So if you're here, let me know that you're here, that you're watching. Tell me where you're watching this from. Okay, and just say hi. We'll know that you're here, hopefully. So I'm setting this aside because we would begin by mixing the dry ingredients and then the wet ingredients and then our mangoes. So I need to clear here and allow it to be open. Okay, so let's begin with the dry ingredients. Very, very important. There is always what I do whenever I'm baking. I must sieve my flour. I always say it is important. If you don't sieve your flour, there will be challenges. Oh, he said, hi, my Enugu State. Okay, this seems like a Z here. Yeah, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Okay, so we are going to, quickly do this. We are going to sieve it. We're going to sieve it. It's important. It's important we sieve it. Why do you need to sieve your flour? Because look at that, you can see the waver. If you don't do this, people will be eating dirt and that will be terrible. So it's important. Okay, I could see my elder sister say, hello, Port Harcourt. How is Port Harcourt today? So we are sieving. I've told you why you need to sieve. If you don't sieve, you will not remove the dirt. That's one. You will not remove wavers, and then you will not add air. If you're baking, you need air for your cake to rise. So having done that, the next dry ingredients we have here is baking soda. I told you in this, I always use baking soda instead of baking powder because this is a sharp, 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 sharp one. You want it to go fast. So we have our sugar, brown sugar. So I'm adding it, brown sugar. You can use your regular sugar, but I always love to bake with brown sugar. Then the next we have, this is cinnamon grated and nutmeg, cinnamon and nutmeg. Remember, we are making mango muffins or mango cupcake in case you just joined. And we just place flour here, 2 cups, and a cup of brown sugar, and then our cinnamon and nutmeg. A combination of cinnamon and nutmeg gives you the best. So I'm going to quickly combine every. I'm combining it. You can see I'm using balloon whisk so that I don't close the air. It's important. Okay. So once I'm done with this, I'm going to quickly set it aside. When I was trying to bring out my yogurt, it spilled. So, but we'll still use the quantity that we have. It will still give us what we have. Look, I'm saying, hey, aunt. That little one had to appear to watch her aunt bake, and that's great. Okay, so this we are going to set aside. Next, I will move over to mixing the wet ingredients. Already, if you joined earlier, you would have seen all the things I mentioned. So I'm setting this aside. I'm bringing this one. We'll soon use it, so we'll return it. So first, I'm not happy. This field was meant to be bigger than this or much more than this. Drinking yogurt, and then you have, I'm going to use a little fluid, just a little, from the raisins. I told you I soaked my raisins. Raisins are dried mixed fruit, particularly grape. I soaked it with malt before now. So I'm mixing the wet ingredients. Next is vegetable oil. No more butter. We are not using butter. We are using vegetable oil for this. Okay. And then I'm going to quickly scoop in our Greek yogurt. Greek yogurts are important in making cakes or muffins. They keep it very moist, very, very moist. Okay. So I'm going to add it. I'm going to add it slowly. Remember, I've listed most of the ingredients. We are making mango muffins and we are mixing the wet ingredients now. We've done that with the dry. So this is the wet. Already we have vegetable oil, drinking yogurt, Greek yogurt. And then we have a little bit of what I used in soaking my raisins. Okay, now I'm going to crack eggs. Usually I would have cracked it inside directly, but I'm not going to do that. Yeah, he said, okay, okay, says, wow, Greek yogurt is good. Absolutely, especially for baking. So I'm going to crack the eggs. Very, very important. Oh wow, it's spilled. I hope you see why it's important to crack the egg, okay, to be sure that it is good before you use it. If not, there will be challenges. Okay, so but I'll clean off here quickly. I'll clean off here quickly before we continue. So I'm going to add it. So all the wet ingredients are here, all of them. First, I will come back to clean here, and then we can continue. It's always important when you're cooking to clean off after yourself. It makes the work easier. So I don't know if you're the cleaning type or you wait till and then you begin to clean. Okay, so back to the wet ingredients. Um, I'm going to quickly give it a whisk like I'm doing now. If you join from the beginning, I know you can tell things we have here. I say, can you wave your one for me? Looks yummy. Yeah, we've not even started and it's already looking yummy. Okay, so remember, it's all whisked. Vegetable oil, yogurt, Greek yogurt. Well, what I use in soaking the raisins, which is my just a little bit of the malt drink, and the egg, all set. Okay, so it's ready. I'm setting it aside, and then it's time for us to work. Let's keep this one here. It's time for us to work with our mango, which is the star ingredient. Remember what we are making today is mango muffins, okay? So I'm going to begin. First, I'm going to peel the skin because I'm not going to be blending. It's important I take things easy. I won't be blending anything. So you can make this at the comfort of your home. You don't need a blender, you don't need butter, you don't need a mixer. You've seen how I've mixed everything. So first I'm going to be peeling the mangoes so that I can get the peels off. If I was using a blender, I would have blended everything. I love to make sure that the fibers are there, okay, that they are not wasted. So I'm sure a lot of people will be waiting to eat this. So let me know where you're watching this from. I've heard from Zizi, Zizi. She says she's watching from Enugu. My cousin Kelechi Lagos, my sister Port Harcourt, my niece Port Harcourt too. So basically, let's know that you're here. And yes, we are making mango muffins, and it's Ochanta of Chanty's kitchen right here, having a hectic and beautiful day at the same time. So let me show you something. Now we get the mangoes out. Okay. I want us to do it in such a way that you know that you can do anything you wish to do without light, because today we are not using light. We're going to bake in the oven, gas oven too. Electricity can be somehow in Nigeria, can be quite tormenting. Okay, so yeah, I'm seeing cool yogurt. Yes, yogurt is absolutely cool to be used and is rich. Okay, so the mangoes are all out. What are we going to do next is to make sure, I'm going to set them aside and begin to chop them. You see the way you chop down. I'm going to remove some so that there will be space here. And any one I chop, I'm going to put it in the wet ingredients so that you see. Okay, so we start with this one. So like I said, you don't need to have a mixer to get this done. Just do all you can do. So we begin. I know if it was banana, I would have used the fake and it would have, but mangoes have fibers. So sometimes you need to use the knife to get it done. But this one doesn't have as much fiber as the others. So I will try as much as possible to, see what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm trying to chop it down. So when you're also eating the mangoes, you're going to be feeling some of the chunks, but it will not be so chunky. Okay, so you see it's almost, turning into a puree. You can see it clearly. So let me know where you're watching us from. Tell me if you're enjoying what we are doing here. Today, just me and you baking. We're baking muffins. Can you see? Yep, almost liquid. And that's okay. So I'm going to bring this closer quietly. Don't worry, get it in. Remember, we still the other chunk to deal with. We have this. So same way, same process, same procedure. You don't need so when you're a student, you can't say, oh, I don't have a mixer, oh, I don't have, no. You can do all of that without this. Okay. Just make sure you chop down as I'm doing. I would have, if there was electricity now, so let me give you a secret, I would have actually blended it. It would be faster. But thank God there is none, so that you also see how we can manipulate things to get it done. So we're making mango muffins. We are done with the um, wet ingredients is what we are missing now. We are done with mixing the dry ingredients. And in the dry ingredients, we have 2 cups of flour, a cup of brown sugar. You can use regular sugar if that's what you have. I just had the brown sugar. I had to use it, though I love using it on my cakes. It makes the cake to come out brownish. So we have it there. We have 2 cups of flour, which I had to sieve, and I gave the reason for sieving it. We had to sieve it to remove wavels, introduce air space into the flour. Very, very important. And then baking soda. Baking soda was added to fasten the process. Usually, some people use baking powder, but if I'm making cakes like this, where I'm using butter, vegetable oil, I always use baking soda. So look at it. Another set, another batch ready. Okay, so I bring it closely again, and then so when I'm almost done mixing the batter, I will have to on the oven. Okay, this cake takes about 15 minutes to get done, but the oven needs to be hot. The oven needs to be hot for us to achieve that 15 minutes. So I'll have to switch on the oven before I begin to mix the batter, so that the oven will be hot, and then we can go ahead and mix up and then bake. Okay, so this is the last batch of 1 mango. Remember, we are using just a mango for this. Okay, we are using just a mango for this. If you've joined, let me know where you're watching this video from. Let us know. Remember, we are making simple mango muffins. In case you want to make it at home, you would know what we are making. And today is public holidays for some people. So how is it going? Are you celebrating Eid? Okay, so it's done. It's done. So this is what we have. Just like I said. So I'll come to stir it. Let me set this aside and wash out. Washing. Okay, so now We are back. All you have to do is to give it a quick stir. You can see the mango chunks all there. Just give it a quick stir. Yeah. Hope you're getting it. Yes. Give it a quick stir. Yeah. Make sure everything is in. You can see the one hanging. I won't even allow it to hang. Maybe it didn't break well, which is good. So we would know. Okay, so I'm going to quickly, like I told you, switch on the oven before I come to mix the wet and the dry ingredients, because if I don't do that, the cake will not be done in the next 15 minutes. I told you 15 minutes. We are not meant to stay here forever. So we get it done. Meanwhile, I need you to tell me, where are you watching this video from? It's important. Okay, so my oven is on. Going to go back. I will show you when I'm putting it inside. So we are ready. Let's begin the final mixing. So we get, this is the dry ingredients. This is the wet. We are ready to now mix. Okay, saying nice. Yes, it is absolutely nice. Okay, so watch and see. I'm pouring in now. So at this stage, you're going to use the folding method. Some people will go ahead and use whisk. I don't do that because I don't want the air in the cake to close. So we're just gonna, fold it. We're just gonna fold it. Remember, we still have things going on for us. We are making muffins. Okay, so I'm folding. I wanted it to be wetter than this, but I told you part of the yogurt spilled. So I'm trying to be sure I might end up adding something more. Just that the yogurt is cold now in the fridge. You don't bake with cold yogurt. Wrong on all counts. You don't bake with cold anything even. In cakes, you can do that with meat pie, but with cakes, you can't do that. So we are going to add our raisins. Let me know where you're watching this from. It's important. So that we know that you're enjoying it. And scooping the remaining. We are making mango muffins. I just added now my soaked raisins. I used malt drink to soak it. It depends on what I'm making. When I made my birthday fruit cake, I used Ever wine because I wanted it to be so fruity. So you can see I basically refused to stir it very fast. I'm just rolling it so that you would understand. Okay, so I think it's set. It's time now for us to get the pan ready for baking. So this is what I'll be using. This is what I'll be using. And I have the peppers to line it. So we're going to be doing that. So it makes everything easy when you use the pepper. Makes it easy. Okay. So let me know that you're here. Tell me, how are you today? I said I want one. Machico, of course. We are not done baking yet for you to say you want one. Remember, I told you people that the oven is hot now, so that it won't take time to bake. Okay, I think this is very, very fast. Very, very, very fast and easy to make. So it's all set. You can actually ask them to give you this, the people who say making things, and you would get it. So we are ready. Remember, our batter is also ready because it's muffins. We are doing it sharp, 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 sharp. So to do that, I'm going to be using the ice cream scoop. I'm going to be scooping it in. Going to be scooping it in. And also we have to be careful the quantity so that it does not overfill. It's very, very important it doesn't overfill. So it doesn't run over because it's going to, at this moment, expand. It's going to expand. Look at that one. That one fell at the wrong place. Let me clean it off so it doesn't stick. I'm going to clean it off and return back. Okay, so we are still at it. We are baking mango muffins. If you've just joined us, we are now putting the batter ready to get it into the oven. Okay, I think this one is overfilled. I'm scared for that one at the end. So I used mango. In fact, if you've been following, I need you to list the ingredients, the ones you cut up with, so that those that just joined will know. But the star ingredients in this is mango. Mango is the star ingredient. Okay, mango is the star ingredients. Um, so I'm trying to get everything done. From what I'm seeing, it might, pass this pan. So I might just be putting one or two in another. Remember, we used 2 cups. 2 cups of flour is what we used. 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of sugar, half cup of yogurt, 2 tablespoons Greek yogurt. We have raisins soaked. We have half tablespoon cinnamon and nutmeg. Okay, see, it just left a little, a little. Okay, I don't want to stuff. I'm afraid that it should not, over. It's already too much as you're seeing it. So I would need to get one more. This one is, I'm going to be putting it in this to complete it, and all of them will go into the oven at the same time. When we are done, as we are waiting for it to bake, I will show you something you can do for good oral health, for good body health even. Okay, so we are scooping. Nothing should be wasted. So you can see that 2 cups gave us 12 small, not really small, that's the size, 12 cupcakes. But I have an extra here. I have an extra. So when they go in, I'm going to be putting it in. So it will be time now. I would have to, adjust the camera and see if you're gonna get it. I'll have to adjust the camera so that we can, if I'm sure, yes, it's there. Can you see the inside of the oven? Yes, you can. So my job now is to make sure you can see me put it into the oven. Okay. So these are the second layer. These are the second layer. The oven is already hot enough. I need you to time it because we need to know when, let's get this one out, when to, come for it. Okay. I know you're seeing my hair. It's crazy. Yes. Okay. So somebody's saying hi. So we're going back here. We're going back to this spot now. I want to do something for you. Something very special while we wait. This is what we have. Okay, so this is what we have. We are making something simple, something that you can use at home for your oral health. It would help you. Okay, so we have mint. If you've been following, I always talk about this mint plant. Always talk about it. Yeah, so I got it from my mint plant. We'll be using it. If you don't have it, you can easily buy it. So we have mint, we have cinnamon stick. People who sell spices sell this. So if you just joined, our cake is in the oven. What we are about to do now is just to make something while we wait. So we are making something that will be good for you. You can use it to rinse out your mouth every time you eat, or you can drink it. It's good, particularly for women. Your health, your body will thank you for it. So we have a cinnamon stick here. We have cloves. Okay, we have cloves. Um, mint leaves, and then we have water. This is drinking water because you'll be using it. So all you have to do is to get a container. So if you have a question you can ask, let us know where you're watching this video. Okay, so this goes in cinnamon stick. Remember when I was making the mango cake or cupcake, I used cinnamon. Yes, cinnamon was what you saw grated with nutmeg. So we'll be putting some of the cloves. Cloves are like this in case you don't know, so I'll bring it closely. You would see it. If you go to where they sell spices, they will give it to you. Okay, look at it. Many umbrellas. So we'll be adding it. So in case you're here, yes, we are baking. I will bring the cake out when it's ready, but we are doing something in the meantime while we wait. Okay, so these are the mint plants. I'll just plug the leaves. I'll just plug the leaves. I've washed it. It's important to wash it. So if you just joined, our mango muffin is in the oven. But right now, I'm making something that you can drink for your oral health. This is mint leaves. I'm plucking it and putting in a jar. Already, we have cloves and cinnamon inside it. So let me know that you're here. Let me know that you're watching. Let me know it's fine. Okay. So we are plucking it. Gradually, I'm putting, sorry, whenever my immune system is low, my voice is the first one that gets or that suffers. Okay. So all ready for the next level. So the next thing we're going to do is to add water. We're going to let this sit for some time. Okay, so this would have to sit for some time. I can perceive the cake baking. I'm doing this so you can shake it, but you have to let it, stand. You're going to stand for quite some time, maybe overnight even. When it stays overnight, everything, the color will change. The cloves will change. The cinnamon stick will also help and make it to change the color, everything. Meanwhile, let's just chat while we wait for the cake to bake. I don't know if someone checked the time when we placed it there. So I think it has probably another 10 minutes to be ready. But I will check before then. I will only open the oven when it has set to be sure. Okay. I'm checking it now to be sure that it's okay. Okay. We are getting there. So back to this. I wish you can perceive it. I wish you can, feel the aroma. Back to this. Um, okay, please can you drop the recipe for the drink? Okay, very, very important. So if you're here, let's do that quickly. You have one cinnamon stick. You have one cinnamon stick. You have maybe a couple of mint leaves, and then you have cloves. Okay, so Mary Matara, I'm trying to get the name, said, hi, Matara, where are you watching us from? So, okay, just requested for the recipe for this, and that's what I'm dropping. Just cinnamon stick, you have cloves, and you have mint. Now, this serves as a mouthwash too. Anytime you finish eating, you can just, gargle your mouth with it. So, like a mouthwash, it will go clean everything off and clean your mouth too. And then you have fresh breath. So, it's important you know it. We're going to leave it to stay probably overnight. I did this one in passing because we are waiting for our cake to bake. So while we are waiting, I had to quickly do this. It's something that you would cherish. Okay, so I'm also going to be dropping the full recipe. I hope if you have a pen that you can type it. I'm still about to get things ready. Sorry, uh, the light. So I'm still getting things ready. We have our mango that was used. Just give me a moment. Let me get light. Okay, so I think we can continue. Uh, our mango was used for this, just one, in case you're asking, just a mango. That's what was used. And of course, I'm sure you know that we had to peel it. We used the knife to chop it down to make, a puree of the mango. And then we used 2 tablespoon yogurt, um, drinkable yogurt, also just probably half a cup, 2 eggs, 1 cup of sugar was used, but I used brown sugar. And then we have 2 cups of flour was also used. I used dried fruit, mixed fruit, in particular raisins, and it was used for it. I soaked it in malt drink for like an hour or two before it was time to bake the cake. And like I said, I brought out the yogurt like 3 hours ago to make sure that it cools down. So sometimes when you're ready for life, things will happen not as you planned it. So in case you don't know, this is mango. The mango I used only one actually, and I had to peel it, puree it, and then we made the cake. Okay, so I would soon be checking the cake to be sure that is ready. Cakes don't take time. Cupcakes, they don't take time to get ready, not at all. Okay, so permit me to go and get a toothpick. That's what we'll be using. Okay, so I'm back with my toothpick. I'm going to check and see how the cake is doing. I think we might be bringing it out because I just checked, but I need to be sure because if I bring it out and then I think it's ready. It's ready. So are we ready to see the magic that we created? Um, so it's time. See what we have. See what we have. It's unfortunate that, look at it. I'm going to raise it for you to see. I want to check and be sure. Okay, some are done, some are still moist. So I'm taking it back. We need for it to be, you know, we need for it to be particularly done. I think I didn't check. Okay, so we would have to take it back once again. I need it to be very firm, 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 firm. Yeah, so yummy. Yes, so yummy. Okay, let's check this one. We're going to check this one. Just hold on. I'm just getting the toothpick that we need to use and see. Let's see. Okay, this one that is alone is almost done. But we have to wait for the others. Okay, we have to wait for the others to be sure. We have to wait for the others to come out. It's hot. Uh, okay, so I'm still here. I've not escaped. I'm trying to be sure that things are the way they are supposed to be in the oven. The cake is almost done. It won't take time. Hi, if you're just joining us, we just finished making um, mango cupcake, but it's still in the oven. And I made a mouthwash. Okay, made a mouthwash here, which I had to share the ingredients. I think maybe we might, okay, I need one, please. It's so yummy. I want one too. Okay, so calm down. It just would take a few more minutes and it will be ready. So if you've not subscribed, just tap on the subscribe button and subscribe. We're still waiting for our cake. It will soon be ready. I rushed it out quickly, but I noticed that it still needs, to cook down just a little. Just a little. Luckily, it's cupcake. If you do that with regular cake, it will collapse and that will become a big, big, big challenge. So while you're at it, let me know where you're watching me from. You can ask questions if you've been following regarding the cake we made so that I can answer. your questions. Or okay, maybe we'll just do a sharp one. Um, aside this, I need you to remember evidence that we use to say, yeah, can I get a cupcake? Yes, you can. Once it's done, you will get a cupcake. Okay, so we're still baking. We're still baking. I'm trying to clear off the things that were used while the cupcake is still baking. I removed it quicker than it should be, but I think in the next few minutes it will be ready. So go ahead, ask all your questions. I will attend to them while we wait for it to bake. Yeah, ask me how did I make the cupcake, and then I will answer. Okay, so uh, but it's still baking. In case you've just joined, our cupcake is still baking. Okay, trying to clear up as much as I can. Okay. So how is your day going? Can we chat? If you're here, say hi, I'm here. If you've not subscribed, subscribe. Then wait for my cupcake. I'm going to give it another maybe 5 minutes ish, to be sure. I don't want it to be I don't want it to be soggy, but I want it to be moist. It's almost done, but not the way I wanted it. So I brought it out, I checked, and I saw signs that I needed to put it back again, just a little. Naturally, it's supposed to be ready in 15 minutes. It's not supposed to be more than that. So maybe I didn't check the time to know. Okay. So let me know where you're watching us from. Let me know if you will be coming back. Remember, tomorrow I'll be dropping a very nice recipe, banana palm wine. Would you like to be there to see it? Banana palm wine. Okay, that would be nice for you to join and see. Okay, so meanwhile, we are still baking. Maybe I'll close this one and come back. I'm guessing if you ask me, should I close it and come back when the cupcake is fully ready? Or can we just continue? Waiting cannot be, waiting is not easy. Waiting is not easy. So remember to leave this till tomorrow morning. It will be better that way. You can leave it in your fridge so that you don't want it to start fermenting, but you can allow it to ferment. It's still good for your gut health. If I allow it to ferment, I think it will be better that way. You will notice that the color will change. The color will deepen and become brown, not the other way. Okay, so it will become very brown and you would love it. So when you eat, if you're in a place where you can't brush, you just use it to gargle. As you gargle, you can drink it or you spit it out depending on how you want it. And because of that mint, so it's so fresh. Mint is what's used in making our toothpaste, yeah, to give it that minty freshness. Okay, so um I'll be ending just now. I need you to join back because I want to check the cake and I don't want to waste so much time checking. So don't forget to join back.